Did you get ready in the dark or something? Because you look like a beautiful nightmare.
Hi Pisces, welcome to your December 2021 tarot reading. My name is Tessa, you're watching my channel. So this is going to be a tarot reading for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'm not going to be using my Astro Soul deck for this time around, simply because I just recently uploaded my first episode, a new series that I started on my channel called Investigative Astrology, and it's a five-part series, and it's considered the first episode in my series, but it's in 5 parts. And it's me basically investigating the astrology of Astroworld and the whole tragedy in Houston during the Travis Scott concert. So if you're interested in that for whatever reason, or if you're just interested in learning a little bit more about astrology, I kind of break that down. And I was spending a lot of time, diving deep into it and just kind of following the story, the Astroworld story, just because it was something that just kind of affected me and it hit me in a very specific kind of way. And I decided I wanted to do a video on it. So go check that out. The videos are pretty long. Each video is about an hour long. The introduction is the only one that's about 20 minutes long. So definitely start with the introduction, and the introduction will kind of break down what the other videos are going to be on. And then you can decide if that's something that you're going to want to follow and watch. So yeah, so I've been really, and I've really been diving further into my astrology studies and, just getting more and more and more into it and deeper into it. And I've really been enjoying it. But at the same time, I really just was looking forward to filming these December tarot readings for you guys and only using tarot, because I kind of feel like I've been neglecting my tarot a little bit. And typically I do my monthly zodiac readings for you guys, and I tie astrology into the reading. But then I decided that for this time around, I'm not going to tie in astrology. I mean, astrology is already tied into tarot anyway, but I typically use my Astro Soul deck, and I typically pull up the chart for your rising sign and get into a little bit more of the astrology. So basically I'm just not going to do that this time around. I'm not going to get too much into the astrology. There is still going to be astrological themes, because you can't really separate tarot and astrology. But just generally speaking, we're not pulling up any charts or using any astrology oracle decks. Okay, so that's basically just what I wanted to get out of the way and just kind of let you guys know. If you have already been watching my videos, or if you're a returning subscriber. If you're a new subscriber, then it, probably doesn't really matter. But that is a little introduction for what's going on right now, okay? So happy Sagittarius season. We are officially in Sagittarius season. See, I told you, you can't escape astrology. It's always going to be part of my videos no matter what, part of my tarot no matter what. But basically, we're just not going to be using the astrology oracle deck for this time around. It doesn't mean I'm not going to do it in the future, but just for this time, because, I kind of just wanted to, kind of get back to the basics of tarot again. Also, when I do my mid-December tarot readings for you guys, I'm thinking about doing a theme, and I'm thinking about doing it on, I'm thinking about doing a 12-month tarot spread for 2022. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking the mid-December readings are going to be on. But if you want to let me know in the comments down below if that is definitely something that you want to see. So it'll be kind of like the year ahead. It'll be kind of a reading like that about the year ahead. Okay, so with that being said, let us jump into your reading, Pisces. You do have, since we are in Sagittarius season, if you are a Pisces rising, you do have Sagittarius in your 10th house, which is the house of career, your profession, your social status, business, and things that you might generally find yourself doing later in life. So with Sagittarius there's definitely this sense that, you know, you could, I mean, a lot of people do change their professions later in life, but you could definitely be feeling, you might feel more inspired to start your own creative project, or to start your own business, or to learn something new, you know, just generally speaking, to adapt a new skill, or to learn something new in regards to your career or profession. So let's see, what are the energies that Pisces needs to be aware of for December 2021? What are the energies that Pisces needs to be aware of for December 2021? All right, let's get into this reading. So for the first card, we do have the Nine of Swords, Mars and Gemini, some kind of anxiety here, sleepless nights, overthinking about something. We do have the World. Yeah, so this could definitely be overthinking and maybe having some anxiety in regards to your career. The World is Saturn energy. It could be in regards to something coming to a completion. Okay, something could be coming to a completion. You could have been working on some kind of project or something in regards to your business, or something in regards to your career that is about to reach its completion. There could have been something that you have been really putting a lot of time and effort into, and you're almost done with it, and now it's time to take it to the next step. It's time to, you know, maybe put it out there, or to maybe showcase, you know, so for example, let's say you're an artist and you just finished a series of paintings. Well, now you have to try and go, you know, maybe and put it in a gallery, or to sell it somehow. Okay, so there's some anxiety in regards to some kind of something in regards to your vocation and your work. The next card we have is the Page of Swords. It's going to be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So just kind of like taking a look, okay, gathering some information about what your next step is going to be, learning a little bit more. Gathering information and learning a little bit more about what this next phase is going to be all about, and perhaps so that it can help you make a better decision. Eight of Cups, we have Saturn. So this is your energy, Pisces. This is Saturn in Pisces, okay? And then we did pull the World card, which is Saturn energy. So there is also this sense of something not fulfilling you emotionally, and you needing to kind of walk away, okay? You could definitely come across some situations or some energy that you're just not really connecting with. So if there is a big change happening in regards to your career, your profession, or you're wanting to make a big change, or you're needing to take a new step, or enter into a new phase in regards to your career or creative project, you're finding yourself a bit disconnected from the manner that like, let's see how I explain. There is a sense of feeling disconnected from the way that the current structure is set up, or the current system is set up, and it's causing you to kind of walk away because it doesn't fulfill you on an emotional level, and you're needing to do a lot of reflecting, and you're needing to do a bit of soul searching, so to speak, before you can really figure out what direction you want to take this in, what direction either you want to go in regards to your career, or what direction you want to take a certain project in. And then we do have Justice. Yeah, so there is some big decision over here, Libra energy. This could definitely be in regards to an investment, or signing up with a partner, or needing to make a decision in regards to whether you want to take your business into a partnership, or if you want to take your business into this like Saturnian kind of realm, right? Into this realm of where it will be handled not just with your own hands, but it'll also be handled with another person's hands. And that might be the decision that is difficult for you to accept right now, because you could have a very deep kind of emotional connection to this project or to this. And it's just a matter of maybe trying to figure out if making this decision or choosing this path is going to ultimately benefit you in the end or will be good for you emotionally. For the next card, we have the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius, Mercury and Sagittarius. Okay, so a lot of creative energy going on here and a lot of communication. So there is a good possibility, and we will clarify, there's a good possibility that this does trigger, perhaps this meeting or this coming together with a potential partner is triggering a lot of inspiration. It is triggering a lot of ideas and a lot of visions to kind of come into the forefront. And there's a lot of communication. There could be a lot of back and forth about this. And then we have the Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. And you ultimately are, just, spending time alone and in your home, just kind of reflecting about this and thinking about this and really trying to figure out, just kind of like bossing up in a way, kind of bossing up with your own feelings, bossing up with your own emotions, and, really trying to kind of ground these visions in a way to see how they can line up with your own like soul. And then for the final card, we have the Ace of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then this sparks some new beginning, a new beginning in creativity, or you end up being triggered, you end up becoming inspired to do something new, okay? And then we're going to clarify. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. This is Leo energy. So overall, your energy is like very, very leadership, a very leadership kind of energy over here, kind of taking the reins of this. You're not really wanting to let go of full control, okay? You don't want to give up full control over this. This is probably your baby. This is your project. This is your career, or this is very much, tied to your heart, and your soul in a way. And, bringing it into this dynamic with another individual, is just kind of opening these new doors for you to consider what that could mean, and thinking of new creative ways and ideas to approach the situation so that you can still remain in control, and so you can still be the creative force behind this and the leader behind this. And working through this. Now we're going to go ahead and clarify some of these cards. So let's start with the Nine of Swords. Clarify the Nine of Swords. All right, so the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Lovers. Okay, very interesting. So this could actually be a partnership with your significant other. Maybe your partner could be helping you in on this, so if you are in a relationship or you're living with someone, there's a good possibility that your partner is trying to, maybe help you out with this, but you and you are having some anxiety about this, because maybe you want to be the leader, or you want to be the main, the brains behind the operation, okay? And you could be having anxiety or worrying about how bringing this other person in more and more can affect the dynamic of the operation. The Lovers can also signify you just basically having a lot of anxiety and worry and stress and sleepless nights over needing to make a decision, okay? And that decision could very much have to do with that Justice energy. That decision could very much have to do with whether or not you even want to include your partner in this, or a partner in this, or you know, kind of, or even just take this idea or project or business into that realm, and into that realm where it becomes part of this other structure, you know, like, like another structure, you know, like registering your business or filing taxes for, you know what I mean? There's so many different layers to having your own business. Let's clarify the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords is clarified by the Tower. Okay, Mars energy. Okay, yeah. So it's almost like the more information you gather and the more you think about this and the more you just kind of, you know, kind of stare at all this different information around you in regards to what it is, the decision you want to make, the more you think about this, the more you end up sort of breaking down. You keep, you know, you are going through this process where you're constantly breaking down old thought processes and old ways of thinking about the foundation of this idea or this business. And it's almost, it's almost like you're doing it on purpose, or it's almost like you're playing, it's almost like in your mind, you're kind of playing with these different ideas. And before you want to make a final decision, you want to play with all these different ideas to the point where you can see how it can go in so many different directions. So it's like you're trying to figure out whether or not some of these ideas or some of the directions which you can take this is going to create some kind of destruction for you in the end. It's like you're trying to catch up with time in a way, or you're trying to look in the future in a way to see whether any of these decisions that you could potentially make can be very destructive down the line. So it's like you're trying to think about the different possibilities and what those possibilities, how those possibilities can unfold potentially, and whether or not, you know, you can handle the outcome. You know, whether or not you can handle, or even if you want, you know, not just handle, but even trying to figure out whether or not you want to go down a certain path, if that path could bring in ultimately some sense of self-destruction. So it's almost like you're trying to tune back into your own intuition so that you can choose the right path for you, or so that you can choose the right direction that you want to take this project or business or career, so that you can avoid any potential self-destruction based on your own emotions, or based on your own wavering indecisiveness about things. So I hope that makes sense. It's just a matter of like you wanting to basically stay in control because you're operating from within your own emotions when it comes to this, because your emotions are connected to this project or business or career. So I hope that makes sense. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. All right, so Eight of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Cups. This is the second Queen of Cups that we pulled. More Cancer energy. Yeah, so you are you know, you're just trying to get back in touch with your source, okay? You're ultimately, the most important thing to you is that you are connected with your inner self, that you are connected with your deepest intuition and your deepest source of emotion and creativity, because this is where this project is rooted. This passion of yours, this project, this new career path, this business is very much rooted in your emotions and in your intuition, in your source. So for you to keep this momentum going, and for you to keep this idea alive and you know, living and breathing and continuing on towards evolution or progression or growth, for you, it's really, really important to constantly kind of go back to that center within yourself in order to stay true to you and stay true to your own heart and stay true to the vision that you have for this particular endeavor. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is clarified by the Three of Swords, Saturn in Libra. Okay, so this back and forth communication that you have with this other person ends up, it ends in some kind of, you know, pain. It ends in some kind of pain or heartbreak. Perhaps words, perhaps there were some words that were spoken that were just a little hurtful or painful. It could have been like you letting the other person know, you know, like, no, you know, or I need to, I want to do things my way, and it hurts the other person, or perhaps the other person says something to you that kind of hurts you, and then it causes you to go back to your center with the Queen of Cups. It causes you to just kind of like retreat back into your own world and your own emotional like source, so that you can continue to feed this project and this creativity from that source. But some kind of disappointment, some kind of pain or disappointment comes up from some conversation here. Let's clarify the Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups is clarified by the Magician. Yeah, so you're going back to your source. You're going back to your inner emotional, like where you receive this creative energy from, your intuition. And this is where you manifest from. This is your source. With the Magician over here, this is your source of manifestation for this project, for this business, for this career. And that is why that is your like comfort zone. That is your happy place. That is where you feel the most fulfilled, because that is where you find your inner power. You find your power. You find your ability to create that which you really want to create for yourself. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Okay, so Ace of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, we have the Sun in Gemini over here. So this new beginning, this new creative beginning is stemmed from some kind of painful ending, okay? And that painful ending could very much have to do with this, not, it basically not working out with this partnership. So this whole idea, or this whole consideration that you might have had in the beginning in regards to whether or not you wanted to expand your business or your project to involve another person, I really feel like that kind of came to its end. But it's almost like that needed to happen in order for you to just feel free and back in your own power. So it's kind of bittersweet, because even though this ending kind of, this truth really had to be revealed, and this ending really had to take place, and this, even this sense of disappointment, so just it maybe not working out the way you wanted it to work out in regards to bringing this project into another person's hands, and it just sort of falling to your feet as something that was not going to manifest the way you wanted it to be manifested, has created and sparked a new direction for you. And it has sparked you to keep like manifesting your own creativity for your own sake, in a way. You know, it's like you're at this point, you're just doing it because you love to do it. It's like being creative, being artistic for creativity's sake, for artistic sake. It's doing it for yourself, and that's where you get the enjoyment out of it, even if perhaps it didn't work out. So just like providing a very broad general example, like let's say you are an artist or a painter and you just created a series of paintings, let's say like 15 to 20 paintings, and maybe you tried to go out and get these paintings or whatever in some art gallery, but maybe people were, you know, trying to negotiate with you or say like, okay, well, we'll put your paintings up, but blah, 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 blah. Maybe they wanted you to do this or this or this. And you as an artist were like, well, no, I don't want to do that because this is the vision I have in mind, or something like that. So perhaps like it didn't work out, or these different negotiations didn't work out, and you ended up really not putting your paintings in any gallery. But it really just, and even though it was disappointing, it kind of made you come back to your creative source, your creative center, and it made you reevaluate and feel like, well, I'm really doing that. You know, it made you really realize what you want your vision to be, and you're able to stand strong now with that vision, and you're able to manifest, and you're able to keep creating and keep painting with a specific vision in mind. You know, but it's like, now you know the truth. Now you know what people are saying or what people are thinking. So it's, in a way, it kind of helps your creative process, because now you can push through with, you know, you're a little bit stronger now, and now you're able to continue creating, you know, standing within your own truth and within your own vision. And but now you have more information, right? Now you kind of know a little bit more about the world that you're working with. So that's a really good way of just kind of using the analogy of like a painter or something like that to explain this energy. Okay, but definitely apply it to your own circumstance in your own life. So let's pull advice, final messages. So final messages or advice for Pisces. All right, so for final messages and advice for Pisces, we have the Queen of Cups again. This is the third time that we pulled out the Queen of Cups. So stay connected to Source, because that is where all of your creativity and beauty and love is coming from. All of these visions, your intuition. Stay connected to your intuition. Stay connected to your Source. You have the Hermit. This is beautiful also, Virgo energy. It's like, just keep on working. Just keep working. If you have to lock yourself in your room or in your house and just keep painting or keep working on this project or this business, it's kind of just being like, just stay in that source, you know, stay in that energy and keep doing it and keep doing it, keep working on it until you know, like really feel like, you know, the Hermit is tied to Virgo. This is all about perfecting your craft. This is all about enjoying the details of your craftsmanship, like actually finding joy and gratitude and happiness within your ability to create, you know, some intricate thing or some detailed thing, you know, whatever that thing is for you. And then for the final card for advice and messages, we have the Nine of Wands. This is the Moon in Sagittarius. Yeah. So it's like you're, you know, it's going to be, you know, like a tough battle at times, you know, and, you know, you might come across moments where either like you want to give up or you just kind of feel like you're really pushing through some of your last straws. But the Nine of Wands, it's kind of saying like, you're almost there. You're almost there. Just keep pushing through. Just keep pushing through. With the Moon in Sagittarius, there is also a need to maybe like step back for a moment and just kind of like reevaluate a little bit what you've done so far. And, you know, it's kind of like trying to find that last puzzle piece. piece. It's like you're building a puzzle, but there's still one little section here that is like really confusing, or like the puzzle pieces, it's like trying to figure out where they're gonna fit here. And it's just kind of like taking a step back. It's like you're almost there, but you just, you know, maybe you misplace the last puzzle piece, or you just have to figure out how to get that, you know, that bush, you know, like, or the sky, you know, the sky is just one color, it's blue. So now you have to like figure out where the pieces are going to fit. If all the pieces are the same color, then, you know, it's like trial and error. So now it's just a matter of, you know, kind of trial and error, and kind of looking at things in a different way to just try to figure out how to close that circle and make the picture whole and complete. Okay. So I really hope that analogy worked for you, Pisces. This is your reading for December 2021. Let me know in the comments down below if this message resonated for you, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye.